Hello children, today we will be continuing exercise 11D, the one that comprises division of algebraic expressions. Okay, so let's begin with our question 1, sub-question 1. Now here the divisors are a little different. Let us see what is our first divisor. Our first divisor is a plus 4. It's a binomial. And our dividend over here is a square plus 7a plus 12. Now let's see how the division works. This division, as you can see, I have put in the long division pattern and it works very similar to the long division. Like for example, if I have 748 divided by 2, I will say my first target will be this number 7. I won't take the entire number at once. So I'll say 2 3 times 6. I will subtract this 6 from the 7 and I'll get a remainder 1 and then I'll bring the latter terms down. Very similarly, we will do that here also. Over here also my target will be my first term. But the only difference is here when I have this target, my target is not just the first term, but it is to eliminate this first term. Now how I'm going to do that? For that, I need a quotient of such a number or such a term, which when I multiply with a, I get a square in return. So what multiplied by a will give me a square? Obviously, a multiplied by a square will give me in return a square. So I'm going to multiply a with a and I'll get a square. But there is another term over here, that is 4. It's a binomial. So how do I multiply? I do the multiplication as a plus 4 multiplied by a. A multiplied by a gives me a square. A multiplied by 4 gives me plus 4a. So I do this over here. I say a multiplied by a is a plus 4a. Now here I will do my subtraction like in the long division. And if you remember your algebraic expressions vertical subtraction, here we need to change the signs. When we change the signs, what do we have? A square, this is a square over here, a square minus a square will give me 0 and 7a minus 4a will give me 3a. This is a positive number, sign of the greater number, so positive. I bring down my next term, that is 12. Now my next quotient should be such that multiplied by a, I should get 3a. What is it? Yes, multiplied by 3 will give me 3a. So 3 into a gives me 3a. 3 into 4 gives me 12, a positive 12. Now I change the signs. This becomes negative. This becomes negative. Plus 3a minus 3a, 0. Plus 12 minus 12, 0. My remainder is nil. My division has been done. My quotient is a plus 3. Let's move to the next question. Let's see, what do we have here? We have sub-question 10, which says x square plus 3x, x square plus 3x minus 54 divided by x minus 6. Now it's again a binomial. My divisor is a binomial again. So how do I deal with it? Let's see. The procedure remains the same. First target is my x square. X multiplied by x will give me x square. So x into x is x square. X into minus 6 gives me minus 6x. Subtraction, change of signs, minus. This minus becomes plus. Now, x square minus x square is 0. Plus 3x plus 6x is plus 9x. Remember, this sign we will not check. We have changed the sign. And minus 54 comes down as it is. Now, my next target is 9x. X multiplied by what will give me 9x? Yes, plus 9. So, x multiplied by 9 gives me 9x. And 9 multiplied by minus 6 gives me minus 54. Subtraction needs to be done. So, change of signs. What happens? 9x minus 9x is 0. Minus 54 plus 54 is 0. Division is done. Let's move ahead to the next sub-question. That is sub-question 11. What is the divisor over here? Again, we have a binomial. That is 3x plus 4y. We have 3x plus 4y. And my dividend is 12x square plus 7xy minus 12y square. Let's see how the division will go here. My first term is going to be, my first target is 12x square, which says 3x multiplied by 12x. 3x multiplied by what gives me 12x? Yes, 3 multiplied by 4 gives me 12, and x multiplied by x gives me x square. So I'll do the subtraction here. For subtraction, change of signs. Oh, silly me, before that I have to multiply the remaining terms also. 4x multiplied by 4y. 4 multiplied by 4 I have plus 16, and x multiplied by y I have xy. Now we proceed with the subtraction, change of signs, which is mandatory, and children, please don't skip this step. Don't think you will carry it mentally. No, please write it. It barely takes a few seconds. Now, 12x square minus 12x square, 0. 7xy minus 16xy will give me minus 9xy. Minus 12y square comes down. Now, minus 9xy is my target. How will I get that? 3x multiplied by what? Minus 3. Minus 3 multiplied by 3 will give me minus 9. Remember, when we make this our target, the target should not just have the same number, the same variable terms, but also the same sign. The signs should also match. So minus 3 multiplied by 3 gives me minus 9, and x is already there. If I multiply this by y, I will get xy. Same, minus 3 multiplied by 4 gives me minus 12, and y multiplied by y gives me y square. Change of signs, minus becomes plus, minus becomes plus. What happens over here? 9xy minus plus 9xy. Here we get 0, minus 12y square. Minus 12y square gives me 0. Now, moving ahead, let's scroll down. Okay. Now, the next sum. Sum number 12. Now, this sum over here, we have x raised to 6 minus 8 divided by x square minus 2. Now for this division, let us continue over here. Now, what multiplied by x square will give me x raised to 6? Yes, you're right, x raised to 4. Now, x raised to 4 will give me, that is x raised to 6, and this multiplied by minus 2 will give me minus 2x raised to 4. Now, children, this is a completely new term. If you see, we don't have anything such as x raised to 4 over here. That is why we write it separately. It's a new term, it's a guest term, it's a special term, and so the special treatment of writing it separately. Let's do the subtraction. Signs change, minus, plus. Now what do I have here? X raised to 6 minus x raised to 6, 0. Minus 8 will be coming down. This plus 2x comes over here. And minus 8 is written down over here. The reason being that we have to write the variable terms first. Now, moving ahead with the next step, we have x raised to 2 multiplied by what will give me 2x raised to 4. Obviously, first I'll have to write plus 2. 2 multiplied by 1 will give me 2 because there is a hidden 1 over here. Then we have x square multiplied by x square will give me x raised to 4. Same term, 2x square multiplied by minus 2 will give me minus 4x square. This is again a new term, so I'm writing it again in a special category. Let's do the subtraction, change of signs. And now I have 0 over here, minus 4x over here, minus 4x square, and this minus 8 comes down here. Now, continuing with the subdivision, x square multiplied by what will give me minus 4x square? I think you must have got it by now. It's minus 4. Minus 4 when I multiply, I will get, oh, not minus 4, this will be plus 4, because even here I have a plus 4. Okay, so 4 multiplied by x square, I will get plus 4x square, and 4 multiplied by minus 2, I will get minus 8. Change of signs, this becomes negative, this becomes positive, and my remainder is 0 and 0. Let's move ahead to the next sub-question, the 13th sub-question, which goes as, let me check, okay, which goes as, here we go, sub-question 13th. Now, the divisor here is again 2. Oh, here we have a larger divisor. We have 2x square minus x minus 6 as our divisor, and my dividend is 6x raised to 3 minus 13x raised to 2 minus 13x plus 30. Now let's do the division. What do we have here? My first term is going to be the target, this one. What multiplied by 2 will give me 6? 3 multiplied by 2 will give me 6. And x multiplied by x square will give me x cube. My first quotient is 3x. 3x multiplied by minus 6 gives me minus 3x square, and 3x multiplied by minus 6 gives me minus 18x. Subtraction, change of signs, which is mandatory, children. I'm repeating again and again. Don't take a shortcut over here. Now, 6x minus 6x, 0, minus 13x minus 3x square. This will give me minus 10x square. Minus 13x plus 18x. This will give me plus 5x, and plus 30 will come down as it is. What happens next? Our new target, minus 10x square. Now 2 multiplied by 5 will give me 10. But I need a minus 10, so I'll have to multiply it with a negative 5. 5 multiplied by 2, 2 will give me 10, and x square will be as it is coming down. So I have minus 10x square. 5 multiplied by x gives me minus 5x. Oh, minus 5 multiplied by minus x will give me plus 5x. And minus 5 multiplied by minus 30 will give me plus 30. Subtraction, change of signs, plus, minus, minus. What's the remainder here? 0, 0, 0. Sum completed. My quotient is 3x minus 5. Let's move ahead to another question. Okay. My next question is sub-question 14th. Okay. This one says, again a long divisor and a dividend. 3a plus 2a plus 3b plus 5c is dividing, what is it dividing? 4a square plus 12ab plus 9b square minus 25c square. Now this whole thing has to be divided. So here is my division getting ready. Okay. Now my first target, 4a square, what multiplied by 2a? 2 multiplied by 2 will give me 4, and a multiplied by a will give me a square. So 2a multiplied by 3a, 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, positive. A multiplied by b gives me ab. 2 multiplied by 5 gives me 10, and a multiplied by c gives me ac. I don't see any ac term over here, so I write it separately, the special treatment, plus 10ac. Now, subtraction, change of signs, minus, minus, minus. What do we have left over here? Let's see what is our remainder. Our remainder is 4a minus this, 0. 12ab minus 6ab is 6ab. And 9b square will come down as it is. Minus 25c square will also come down as it is, along with the last term, our last new term, that is 10ac. Now my new target is 6ab. Let me see, what do I do with it? We have 2a. 2 will be multiplied with 3. I get 6. And a multiplied by b, I will get ab. Similarly, 3b multiplied by 3b will give me 3b multiplied by 3b will give me 9b square. 9b square, and 3b multiplied by 5c will give me 15bc. There is no bc term, so I write it all over your new 15bc, special treatment. Change of signs for subtraction, minus, minus, minus. Let's do the subtraction now. Too many newcomer teams or new terms are coming up. 6ab, 0 over here. Over here also I have a 0. Now minus 25c will come down as it is. Minus 25c square minus 10 AC and minus 15 BC. They won't come down as it is. Now what multiplied by 25c square will give me anything over here? If you notice, my 5c, c is a common term in all these, and c can be taken as a common term over here in our quotient. So we are going to divide this by minus 5c. 5 multiplied by 2a will give me minus 10 AC, which I already have here, minus 10 AC. Minus 5 multiplied by plus 3b will give me minus 15 BC, and minus 5c multiplied by plus 5c will give me minus 25c square. Change of signs for subtraction. All these signs fit perfectly, all the terms fit perfectly. Now what do I have here? Minus 25 plus 25, 0. Minus 10 AC plus 10 AC, 0. Minus 15 BC plus 15 BC, 0. My sum is done. Children, I hope you are understanding this division. If you have any difficulty, please mention it in the comment section. Also, if you want me to make video on any particular exercise, kindly do mention it in the comment section. Okay, let's move on to our last sub question, that is sub question 15. Now what does sub question 15 say? Okay, now this sub question, all the terms have been arranged haywire. Remember, whenever the terms are given, please arrange them in the order of decreasing decrease. Okay, so here my divisor will be minus x cube plus x plus 4. Now in your textbook, surely this order is not given. Okay, but you have to remember to reorder it in case it's jumbled up. X cube, after that if there was an x square it would come in, but there is no x square, so directly x and then the numerical term. Similarly for the dividend also, plus x raised to 6 minus 2x raised to 4 minus 8x cube plus x square plus 8x plus 16. Such a small dividend, you know. I'm sure you disagree, even I'm being sarcastic. Okay, a little sarcasm can be allowed, right? Now, moving ahead, here we have, let's see, my target remains the same, x raised to 6. What multiplied by x? Now here there is a negative number, but over here there is a positive. So what should my quotient be? My quotient will also be negative, because negative will give me a positive answer. So my first quotient is minus x raised to 3. That gives me plus x raised to 6. Minus x raised to 3 multiplied by x will give me minus x raised to 4. Minus x raised to 3 multiplied by 4 will give me minus 4x raised to 3. Subtraction, change of signs. What do we have here now? We have first 0, Minus 2x raised to 4 plus x raised to 4 will give me minus x raised to 4. Further, I have minus 4x raised to 3, sign of the greater number, children, please remember that. The remaining terms will come down as it is. I will not just bring one term, I will bring all the terms because I never know which one will pop up over here. So let's bring all the terms down. Now, moving ahead, we have our next target is minus x raised to 4. Now, both the terms are minus, so I can have a positive quotient over here. That can be only x, right? We can have only x over here. X raised to minus x multiplied by minus x cube will give me minus x raised to 4. X multiplied by x will give me plus x square. Now see, it's required over here. X multiplied by 4 will give you plus 4x. Let's go with the subtraction, change of signs, plus, minus, minus. And the subtraction, here we do. 0 minus 4x cube. Wow, even this is getting cancelled, but I'm not writing a 0 over here in between. Now 8x minus 4x gives me plus 4x and plus 16 comes down as it is. Children, it's not necessary to write a 0 in between for confusion. Okay, we can avoid it. Moving ahead, we have, obviously you can see over here, what do you think, what is to be multiplied with this term to get a minus 4x cube? Yes, if you have guessed it, 4, then you're absolutely right. I will multiply it with plus 4 and I'll get minus 4x cube plus 4x plus 16. And now my subtraction, change of signs, minus, minus. And if I move up a little bit, I can show you that my subtraction has yielded a 0 remainder. Okay, so my answer is done and my quotient is here, minus x cube plus x plus 4. I hope you've understood the concept. All the best and take care. Bye.